All right, we will continue in this video to work with our systems of equations, and we're going to take it a little step further. We've been practicing on how to solve our systems, choosing between graphing, elimination, or substitution. But what we're going to do now is we are actually going to set the equations up. So what we will do in the video is we will actually set up and then solve this system of equations. So for you, what I want you to focus on is I will be able to set up a system from a word problem, and we will look at a couple of word problems, and then you will be able to solve for the answer. So let's look at our first one. All right, you sell tickets for admission to your school play, and you collect a total of $104. Admission prices are $6 for adults and $4 for children. You sold 21 tickets. So here's our question. All right, how many adult tickets and how many children tickets did you actually sell? Okay, so the first thing that we always do when we are working with the word problems is we set up or establish what our variables are. Since this is a system of equations, we are actually going to look for two variables, sort of like our x and y. If I look at this, I know that I have four variables. I'm going to have adults and I'm going to have children. So I could make A be my variable for my adults, and I can go ahead and make C be my variable for children. Okay, so with two variables, I must come up with two equations, so I need to go back into my word problem and see where am I going to get those equations from. Well, we had two things. We had a money amount of $104, and we also had the tickets that were sold, and we actually sold 21 tickets. So these are going to be the two numbers that I establish my equations with. So I'm going to start off with my money amount of $104, and I go back to what I had for adults and children. For adults, I charged $6. So I'm going to make that 6 times my adults plus our other one was our children. How much did we charge for children? We charged $4. So I'm going to do 4 times my children. Well, and the total that we sold was, money amount was $104. So I've got my first equation established. My second equation is going to be that 21, the amount of tickets that we sold. We sold 21 tickets that consisted of the adults and the children. So ticket amount consisted of adults and children's, which was a total of $21 of 21. Okay, so now we have our setup, so we're ready to go here. So I'm going to now decide on which procedure that I'm going to use. Do I want to use substitution, graphing, or elimination? I think that as I look at this, I look at my second equation and I see that the A and the C have no coefficients, so I'm going to solve my second equation for A. So I'm going to move that C to the other side, so I'm going to have my A equal to 21 minus C. Now I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to substitute that back into my first equation. So I'm going to have 6 times what I just found for my A, which is 21 minus C, plus the 4C, equal to the 104. So what are we going to do with that 6? That 6 outside the parentheses, we need to distribute them, right? So 6 times 21 would be 126. 6 times the negative C would be 6C. Let's bring down everything else. I've got some like terms I'm going to combine, so I'm going to have 126. Now the negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2C. So we've eliminated our A, and we're going to then now solve for C. So we'll move our 126 over as a negative 126. So I'm going to have negative 2C equal to 104 minus 126, and that's going to give us a negative 22. So divide out that negative 2, my C will be 11. So I have sold 11 children's tickets. Now what I need to do, so we've found the children's tickets, now let's find the adult tickets. So all we have to do now at this point is we're going to take our children's tickets, we're going to sub it right back into that second equation. So I'm going to have A plus 11 equals the 21, and then all we have to do is subtract that 11, and we're going to have adult tickets. How many did we sell? We sold 10. So we've answered our question. We sold 10 adult tickets and we sold 11 children's tickets. Okay, let's take a look at another one. All right, now we have some pizza and breadsticks. So here we have Casey orders 3 pizzas and 2 orders of breadsticks for a total of $29.50. And we have Rachel, she orders 2 pizzas and 3 orders of breadsticks for a total of $23. What we want to figure out, okay, so how much does a pizza cost? So again, first thing we do is we establish our variables. So what we have is we have pizzas and we have breadsticks. So I'm just going to make P be my pizzas and B is going to be our breadsticks. So now we have to establish our 2 equations. I'm going to focus on the fact that I have Casey and that I have Rachel. So what did Casey do? Casey ordered 3 pizzas and 2 orders of breadsticks, and how much did she spend? She spent $29.50. Now let's focus on Rachel. Rachel ordered 2 pizzas and 3 breadsticks, and Rachel spent $23. Okay. So now we have established our 2 equations, and now we want to solve it. I do not think that I want to do substitution this time because I do have coefficients on all of my P's and B's. So I think I'm going to go for elimination. So what I think I will do is I will eliminate my P's, and by doing that I'm going to multiply my first equation by -2 and my second equation by 3. Okay, and let's see what we get. So let's distribute that -2. -2 times the 3p would be -6p. The -2 times the 2b would be -4b. And one more time, -2 times 2950 would be -59. Okay, let's do our second one. Let's distribute the 3. 3 times the 2p is 6p. 3 times the 3b is 9b. And 3 times the 23 is 69. So we're going to add these up. And as you can see, when you look at your p's here, you can see that they are going to cancel out. So we do the -4 and the 9 would give us a 5b. The -59 and the 69 would give us a 10. So we have our breadsticks at $2. So now we can take our B of 2 and we can sub back in. And I think that I will sub in to, I don't know, let's sub into our first one, I guess. So, whoops. We'll sub in here. So we're going to take our 3p plus 2 times b, but b is 2, right? So that would give us a 4. Let me fix that. So plus 4 equals our $29.50. Let's move our 4 over. So we get 3p equals $25.50. And then divide out our 3, and that would give us our cost of the pizzas. $25.50 divided by 3 would be $8.50. Okay, so have we answered our question? Our question was, how much does a pizza cost? And a pizza costs $8.50. So we have found them. All right, so what I would like for you to do is I have one more here, and it is socks. So let's just go through it. You bought 5 pairs of socks for $19. The wool socks you bought cost $5 per pair. How many of each type of sock did you buy? Okay. I want you to set that up and solve it and bring it to class along with the rest of your notes, and we will take a look at these in class. See you then.